Pilipinas! At ito po si Kinito Henson, Playitright TV. Kasama po ang ating partner.
Hi! Dayan Castillo. Sobrang excited kami para sa episode na ito dahil kasama natin Kinito, ang isa sa mga atletang Pinoy na sobrang proud kami. The first gold medalist for the Philippines at the 2023 Asian Games and many more awards. EJ Obiena.
Thank you.
EJ, welcome to the Philippines. You're back home. At ngayon pag-uusapan natin kung ano nangyari sa Asian Games. Of course, alam na natin yung gold medal mo. Super historic kasi yung athletics gold medal sa Asian Games nakuha mo was the first in nearly 40 years. And the first medal in athletics, kasi yung bronze was 1994, in nearly 30 years. Pero yung gold medal, nearly 40 years. So this has to be historic. How good does that make you feel, EJ?
Feels good. I mean, to be honest, I didn't know it was that historic. I just went out there po, needed to win, you know. Kailangan natin yung gold, so we went out there and take it.
EJ, before we continue, can we ask you to show us your gold medal?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Maybe you can wear it. And actually, kanina nakita ko sobrang bigat pala niya, no?
That's a good
Ito parang unboxing ito, ah.
bit of
Wow.
unboxing. This is their
Okay.
case. It's the case. It's a bit hard to open it. Yeah.
Nakalagay dito, Hangzhou Asian Games.
Actually,
And
really
Yeah.
ito na.
Here it is po. So,
Gano'ng kabigat ito?
I'm not sure, but it has a good heft.
yeah. It's so heavy. How nice.
Here it
EJ,
is.
I mean, how good did it feel to wear this gold at the podium and hear the Philippine national anthem playing at the Asian Games? Because I know it's been one of your dreams to win a gold sa Asian Games.
I mean, it felt really good. But at that time, I felt more like, oh, finally I can have a vacation. You know, it's been a really long season, and yeah, I'm very happy the way we ended the season. It was a good win, I would say, definitely.
EJ, sa kasaysayan mo, para nakikita natin, you have been improving year after year. Take a look at your Asian Games history. Noong 2018, you took 7th place, you jumped 5.30.
Yeah.
Ngayon naman, you jumped 5.90. Even in the World Championships, when you jumped 5.94, last year you got a bronze medal, but this time you jumped, what was it, 6?
6.
And that was good for a silver medal. So every competition, every year, you have been improving. Gano'ng kahirap na yung pressure na dapat mas maganda yung pinapakita mo from the previous edition of any competition that you enter?
I don't think there's much pressure because that's what I wanted to do. You know, it's a constant chase for perfection, the constant improvement. So tuloy-tuloy po talaga yung paghahanap ng error na pwedeng i-correct. Like it's that continuous chase that makes everything a little bit more worthwhile. And until I'm having fun, until I want to keep doing it, I think it's very, very fulfilling for me. So I wouldn't say it's a pressure to keep improving. It's more of a pressure to keep winning. I think that's the biggest challenge.
Yes.
EJ, dun sa Asian Games, nakita ko na nanood sa'yo si Alex Ayala, one of your favorite Pinoy athletes,
Yep.
and she was screaming for
Yeah.
you!
She was
Just like
standing
you.
in the chair.
Oh,
Like, it was
di ba?
amazing. Yeah, it was cool. I was watching her game, unfortunately, on TV. That tremendous fight that she had with the Chinese girl. Wow, amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, we've been chatting from time to time. I mean, I follow her, tennis career, and I love tennis. So we have probably in history one of the best tennis players right now. At such
For
a young
sure.
age.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was an honor to see her in the stands.
Well, EJ, this year has been a grueling grind para sa'yo, no?
Super.
Starting in May, binila ko yung mga competitions mo, 17 in total,
Yeah.
in 13 countries, okay? And out of 17 competitions, nag-podium ka in 16. You had 7 gold medals during that string. And EJ, in the month of September, including the Asian Games, lumaho ka sa 5 competitions. Grabe, hindi ka ba nasusunog sa dami ng mga competitions na ginagawa mo?
Hindi alam, nag-COVID pa to. You
Oo
got
nga.
COVID also in
Oh.
between.
I mean, I get tired, but I said I still enjoy it. I think burnt out is definitely physical, but also mental. I have a good coach. We know it. He knows that Asian Games is supposed to be the last competition of the season, so he prepared me physically and good thing mentally. I'm enjoying what I do, so I'm making it worth my while and making it really fun for me. And I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm tired. Asian Games, I just like wanted to win and get back home and really unwind and not think about, oh, I have training, I need to wake up at this time and do all of that. So yeah, I do get tired, but not this year. I can't be tired next year. So yeah.
Yeah, next year is the Olympics. I wanted you to elaborate on how vital Vitaly is to you. You know, just to have that. You know, I guess you have so much confidence in him because, you know, of course, he's probably one of the best pole vault coaches in the world. But just to have him there constantly, na lagi kang kinakausap, at pag down ka, kunyari, hindi mo makuha yung, di ba, for a while you were telling me na hindi mo makuha yung 20-step, gano'n na. Ano yung mga sinasabi niya sa'yo and gano'ng kahalaga sa success mo si Coach Vitaly Petrov?
Hindi mo pwede sabihin yung career ko without, you know,
Oo nga,
without saying
yeah.
Vitaly Petrov.
Yes.
He literally built me from 5 meters. We proved the national record.
That's right, from 5, no?
1 meter, yeah. And I think, you know, we went through a lot. We fight, we argued, especially in training. You know, why is this? Why is that? And like, why are you killing me sometimes? You know, like it's a constant relationship that we work. But the thing is with Vitaly, he cares for the athlete more than just being an athlete. So
Yes.
he cares for me more than just being an athlete, and he knows that I need to be a good, you know, well-balanced person to be able to perform my best as an athlete. And what can I say? He has the experience, he has the knowledge, he has the patience, he has the love and the passion.
Yeah. At
for
80,
it.
how old?
At 78.
Oh, 78.
In
78.
one day, tomorrow. No, 2 days, sorry, 2 days.
What a nice birthday gift for him.
Yeah, he wanted a 602 though.
Well, that will come, that will come. You've already done 6 twice.
Yep.
Yeah.
Pag-usapan naman natin ngayon, EJ, your poles. Okay? The poles are your instrument to be able to vault, but I understand that you have poles waiting for you in the US, you have poles waiting for you in Italy, you have poles waiting for you in Manila. Gaano kahalaga na gaman mo yung mga poles na ginagamit mo? And how do you manage? Because logistically, ang hirap
Oo,
dalhin yung mga
grabe.
poles from one country to another.
Yeah.
Ano? Katabi mo ba sa aeroplano o paano mo ginagawa yun? Because each pole is about what? 15, 17 feet
Yeah,
long?
17 feet.
That's a long pole.
Yeah.
That's the reason why we have, you know, poles in different continents. I mean, I never had this. It's the first time I had multiple set of poles in different region of the country. The main reason is it's getting harder, one, to fly with poles intercontinentally. They're made in the US, so it doesn't make a lot of sense to have one in the US. But in Europe and Asia, where I normally compete, it's definitely crucial for me. And again, imagine flying to a meet, you land in the airport and poles are broken.
Oh.
What are you gonna do?
Oh, yeah, you have to
can't
borrow.
move. Exactly.
Huh?
That's why a multiple set would definitely help. It's almost insurance to make sure that you get to do what you need to do.
Who has,
Especially in the
made,
big.
yeah, who has made that possible for you? Is it Terry Capistrano? From
Yes,
the
Sir Terry.
Pangarap?
Sir Terry definitely helped because when back
That's so
in
important. Kasi
Yeah.
you're always namumroblema.
Yeah.
How will my poles get to my competition?
yeah, and especially back in 2016, I mean, I missed the qualification time because I didn't have poles for 3 weeks during that period. So I traveled to India and went back to Italy. Poles were in 2 pieces. So
Oh my gosh.
you know that would definitely how do you say hinder your preparations.
Thank you, Terry.
Yes, thank you, Terry. Sir Terry.
Now,
Okay, now, pag-usapan naman natin yung pangarap mo. Olympic medal. Hopefully a gold. And that'll be in Paris. In the run-up to Paris, how many competitions do you expect to be competing in preparation for Paris?
So there's still 2 seasons going into Paris. One indoor and outdoor.
the indoor starts when?
Indoors would start in early Feb.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yes.
So ilan yun?
I would only do two indoor competitions, and then we have the World Indoor Championships. But that's the plan, to have two, then go to the World Indoors. Then after that, shut it down, focus on the outdoor, and probably 2 to 3 maximum competitions before I go to Olympic Games.
So medyo konti lang, no?
Yeah, oo. At least you're going to be able to schedule it. Now, your world rank number 2. How important is that ranking in terms of the order of business sa Paris Olympics?
I mean, first, when you're world number 2, it's easier to get into the big meets, and I don't need to, battle it out almost every week and, fight for my points. I just need to go to the big ones and keep whatever I need to maintain world number 2. And then the seeding, the way we jump. Normally, they order us with the world ranking that we have. So now, there's only one guy would be at my back, would be Mondo, then me, and then the rest. Then it's easier for me to kind of plan, okay, am I going to skip this height? Oh, it's a miss that he made, so I need to make it this one. So it's easier for me to adapt to the game. It gives me a slight advantage, per se.
So in the Paris Olympics, you would be the second to the last to jump.
Yes.
And the last will be Duplantis.
Yeah.
So pwede mong makita muna yung ibang
Yeah.
mga kalaban nyo, no?
Yes po.
So that's the reason why it's important to be number 2 in the world.
BJ, I know Vitaly is always constantly pushing you. Nalala ko, sabi mo, the night that you hit the 6, it's like, okay, that's great, but tomorrow we gotta get back to work.
Yeah.
Parang he's like, okay, that's good, parang konti lang, and then, okay, work again.
Yep.
So what is the plan of attack for the Paris Olympics, and what is your goal? I know you're always saying you're concentrating on form and just technique, and then sometimes you tell me, oh, it's so ugly the way I jump that, like,
Yeah,
you
it
don't
is.
like it. Pero nagagawa mo naman, di ba? So, paano yung strategy nyo leading up to the Olympics?
There's a lot of little things that we need to refine when it comes to my technique. 20-step definitely has more speed, more dynamic, more potential per se, but it showed how inefficient I am in certain parts of the vault. There's a lot of potential there, and that's one of the biggest things we're planning to work on. And we're doing a bunch of training camps in different places because we're trying to go to the place where it's perfect conditions to be able to practice to the highest level that we can.
Right.
So
yeah.
when it's very cold in winter or dusty in Italy, then we're gonna be in the US where the weather's like perfect at that time. And yeah, we need to have access to like different surfaces, which we would try to maximize that opportunity if it allows. Yeah.
I understand we're gonna have this special training facility in Paris like 2 months before it's gonna be. I think it was already like parang booked by the Philippine Olympic Committee. Are you gonna be there in that? Because I hear that the facilities are like supposed to be phenomenal.
I'm currently not sure because I'm based in Italy. It's very near.
Ay, oo nga pala, malapit lang.
So the plan is to base where it's not very hectic, it's not very crowded, it's not going to be something stressful for me and for my team, and allows us to train at peace and continue our program.
EJ, napagit mo yung 20 steps. Binibila mo ba kung how many steps you need in that approach towards the bar?
Oh yeah, I mean, first time I had it, I was like, I needed to count it in my head. Now it's a little bit easier, a little bit more, but I still lose the rhythm. I need to have slow start, then progress and maximize that speed at the takeoff. 2-step might not seem much, but that's basically 5 meters of flying start. So it's a big difference. And still trying to adapt, still trying to learn
So
how
20
to...
steps yung
Yep.
parang na-measure mo.
Before
Yes.
you, what do you call that?
Plant.
Before you plant it. Yeah. So that's parang yun ang scientific count yun. That enables you to get the highest
Yep.
jump. And then what about that contortion that you do on top of the pole? Paano mo pina-practice yun?
That's gymnastics. Everything after takeoff, pole vault gymnastics. The swing, the inversion.
Wow.
Yeah, how you keep your alignment to the pole. It's pretty much gymnastics.
Galing. And, we all enjoy congratulating you whenever you win. But EJ, just for the appreciation sa mga viewers natin, take us through a day in the life ni EJ Obiena sa Italy kapag nag-ensayo ka? Just talk us through it.
It's very boring, I think.
Okay lang.
So I normally wake up around 7:30.
Okay.
Then I cook my breakfast, and
He
prepare.
cooks his own breakfast, ha?
Yeah, because-
Ano yun?
Mostly oatmeal and eggs. If I'm loading, then I can have a little bit more protein and
Okay.
maybe like a supplementary, like pea protein. Because Subway makes my stomach a little bit burnt. So that's how I prepare. And around 9:30, I'm in the track. We start training. Then we finish until like 12:30 to 1.
That's 3 hours and a half.
Yeah, then from 1 to maybe 1:30, I eat in the stadium. There's like a cafeteria, they call it restaurant, but it's like a cafeteria for the athletes. They prepare like a certain food for me, which is, helps me a lot because I don't need to cook lunch and dinner. Then I go back to my place around 2. Then if I need to like talk to someone, work with the PSC, like pending paperwork and stuff, that's how, when I do it, like 2 to 4. Then 4:30, I'm gonna be in the track again for the second training. Then finish around 8. Then 8 to 8:30, I eat dinner in the stadium, get back home, take a shower, call Caroline from like maybe 9 to 10, 10:30.
Sweet naman.
Then
Don't
sleep.
call him from 9 to 10:30 Italy
Oh, I won't
time.
pick up.
Sweet Caroline.
Sweet Caroline. Well, that's the life of a dedicated,
Oh my gosh,
professional, world-class athlete.
And
Wow.
also, Ichi has been doing that for what, 5 years? He's
Yeah.
been living away from his family. Nandun siya sa Formia, Italy. So, medyo isolated siya ron. Wala siyang pamilya. At sobrang focus niya. Sobrang dedicated niya sa kanyang craft.
Until 2024. That I can promise.
Okay.
That I can promise.
But just going back to the technique of your vault, when you plant that pole in a spot, is that spot designated for all the pole vaulters, or do you have your own spot where you plant that pole?
No, it's like a box. We call it a box.
Okay.
It's where we plant it.
Everyone?
Yeah, everyone.
Okay.
That box, it varies. That's why sometimes you see what happened. All the guys didn't jump good. It might be the weather. It might be the way the box has been planted.
Okay.
There's a standard, but it's like hard courts. There's different kind of
I
hard
see.
courts. Like, there's a fast one. There's a slower one. So even that one, it has like it's standard, but there's like sometimes it's deeper, sometimes it's a bit set up in the wrong way, sometimes it's odd. So that's why we have more than one pole going to the meet as well.
Okay, but that's a very small box. Is that a small box?
So
If I asked someone to run as fast as plant it, probably, but for us, I mean, we pray, yeah.
But you have to make sure that that pole is in that box.
Yes, because if you miss it, you're gonna be back in the
Oh,
ground.
my.
So kailangan
it's not
magawa
that
mo
easy.
yung 20 steps from takeoff, then parang sinukat mo na
Yeah,
sakto
Gagawin
yun.
ka?
it's measured. Yeah, I know my
And then you
marks.
go up.
Yeah.
And then my next question is, once you're up in the air, what goes through your mind? You're up there. I mean,
Automatic.
you're like 2 floors of a building high, and you're in the atmosphere. And in the Asian Games, you were saying that you performed before 80,000 screaming fans. So
was
how did
amazing.
how did that feel up in the air?
Up in the air, when you're having a good day, it feels slow. Like you feel like you're in control. You can do everything that you want. But half of the time, maybe more than half of the time, it's so fast that it's muscle memory. Those are the days that sometimes I do like it when it's working, but when when your technique's not working and you feel like you can't do anything about it, that's not a good day.
But up
it's
there,
fun.
do you feel like you're Superman? I mean, when you're way up there.
I don't really think about it that much, but I remember a lot of competition when I cleared the bar. I haven't even landed. I'm looking at Vitaly already. It's like, yeah, I know it's a good jump. Normally when I make a bar, like in Brussels when I made last attempt at 592, I remember I pushed and I look at the side because I see Vitaly right there. Yeah. I was like, it was cool.
So world champion Waldo Duplantis 6.21. Like
23 now.
23 na pala. Yeah,
Yeah.
he upped it.
Yeah.
Wow. So your best is 6, right? And you told me that you're gonna let him know that you're always pushing him, pressing him.
Yeah.
So do you think he's a little pressured now that he's got someone like Or
I don't know.
what's it gonna take to beat him?
It's gonna take a good day for me to beat him. I do understand that he's, I'm gonna say it, he's the greatest of all time right now.
Yeah.
And the most 6 meters jump ever to anyone combined. I mean, maybe even combined the top 2 or 3 guys in the history. He's amazing. He's very, how do you say, very respectable guy as well. But competition comes and goes, you know, it's a different game. Every competition is different. It doesn't matter how good you are. Probability might be higher, but it's on that day who wins. And I'm just gonna keep knocking on that door, I'm gonna keep closing that gap, and I think it's doable. That's why I'm still pushing.
EJ, you have some more medals here that maybe you'd like to show. Outside of the Asian Games gold medal, ano pa yung isang medalya na very close to your heart?
I think I would be saying the Budapest World Championship.
The Budapest World Champion.
Yeah.
That is a silver medal?
Yes.
Let's see that. Okay, may unboxing po tayo. Ito na naman ang ating World
ang gaganda
Championship silver medal ni EJ Obiena.
This
Gaganda.
World Championship is a bit special. I mean, I was worried. Miss Diane, she knows that I got COVID
Right
before everyone else, but I was worried. I said, like, I don't know how fit I was going to be, and qualification was a little bit harder than normally is. I needed to save some jumps, so I only took 2, and it was a risk. And going forward, I said, like, hopefully I just make it, and hopefully I'll feel okay in the meet, and in the final, I was in the
Guys,
sharp.
may pangalan pa. Diba?
And Vitaly has a matching one as well.
Oh,
really?
Oh,
Yes.
they give the coach
Yes.
also?
Yes.
Oh, that's so
They have one, yes.
Yeah.
So very happy to, I mean, I went out there, I said I want to compete. And during the finals, I remember Vitaly kept telling me, stop playing around, stop playing. I was like, I'm not playing around. I'm struggling right now. I can't feel, like, those are the days that I said, I don't feel the technique. Just so happened, like, I really just want to keep competing and be competitive with all these guys. And yeah, happy to bring back the silver, and hopefully I'll be able to control a little bit more of my technique, and you know, maybe a better outcome next time.
Now, at the start of our show, pinag-usapan natin the history that you've made in the Asian Games, winning that gold medal. In terms of history, I think it's very rare that in our lifetime, guys like you,
Yeah.
Manny Pacquiao,
Yes.
Heidelin Diaz,
Yes.
Peloy Yulo, all walked the earth at about the same time.
Yeah.
And it's an incredible feeling that all of us are witnessing what you're doing. I say you're one in a zillion
Yeah.
in terms of
In
an athlete who
pole
was
vault,
achieved.
athletics.
Yeah, for sure. And my question to you, EJ, is how important is your achievement to your family? I know you're very close to your father, who's your coach Emerson. You're very close to your mother. Tell us about your family, how they have embraced you as part of your as part of the family, and also as an overachiever in Philippine sports.
That's a bit of a tough one because I rarely am able to celebrate with them. But you know, my mom, I think, is such a fighter. You know, she made it through all that mess and be able to still support me. And my dad as well. I don't know how to say it, but I know that they're proud of what I've achieved. I'm out of words. I really can't even explain how it is because it's such a unique experience. Maybe not the best because I'm far from them most of the time, but it's what it takes, and I think, and I do know that they understand. And I don't even know.
Yeah, your story is so unique. I know your dad was a silver medalist in the SEA Games, and I'm sure he just wanted to teach his son how to pole vault kasi pole vaulter siya, di ba?
Yeah.
Ganun lang sa umpisa.
He wanted me to jump 5 meters.
Yeah, that's
and
it.
my prime. That's the plan. That was his goal. That was my goal all along.
Imagine where you are now, not just in the Philippine sports history, but in the world. Diba? I mean, top in Asia, you're running to be best athlete of Asia. You have multiple endorsements. Like, you're a superstar in the Philippines. You're in the elite 6-meter club in the world. Naiyak ako while I'm saying all this. Parang, like, I know you never thought you'd do it, but for other, like, Pinoy athletes who maybe think small and dream big, what would you say? Like, it's so hard also, but if there were a couple of things that you could, ano yung masasabi mo sa kanila?
I think first is really enjoy what you do and put the dedication to it. You know, most of the time we know what would it take to reach our goals.
Yeah.
And we don't set goals that are just like out of the whim that we don't know how to get there. We do know how to get there. We just sometimes, you know, it's hard to be focused. It's hard to be constantly sacrificing for a goal that you want. And I think that's what it takes in most of the time. And be patient, because this took me so long. I'm 27 now, and it took me what, 20 years at least of vaulting.
Wow, 20 years.
And yeah, but if I may say something, it's worth it. It's worth it.
For sure.
Well, on that note, mga kaibigan, bago tayo magtapos, I noticed that you're wearing a shirt of Lourdes Hospital. Can you tell us about Lourdes Hospital, how special this hospital is for you? And we understand that you are now a Lourdes Hospital ambassador. Tell us how valuable that title is.
As an athlete, I need to stay fit and safe and be able to make sure that my body is working right.
Yeah.
And having a hospital with such a great quality is definitely a game changer. That's why I'm here right now. You know, I'm wanted to share this to all the Filipino people that Lourdes is willing to help, and they're actually pretty good. And I would get my checkups and done. And as I said a while ago, I was talking to a doctor, like how exactly would I be able to improve certain things in my body, and that's why I'm here. That's why I'm very happy to be part of this partnership.
And
Well,
Diane, a parting shot?
EJ, well, you know, Kinito and I are like forever supporting you. We love you so
Thank you.
much. We were so happy. We were really jumping when you did the 6 meters. You accomplished, I think, all your goals this year. 6 meters, SEA Games, Asian Games, and many more. Diba? Ano pa ba? Ano pang, may Christmas wish ka ba? May Christmas wish ka pa?
Olympics.
That would be it. That would be it. I think that's the one that's missing in my collection. I think I've medaled mostly, and if I've not won most of the Asian competition, Olympics would be, I think, the missing thing in my collection.
And EJ will be training on Christmas Day, right?
Yes.
Just like last year. So Merry Christmas to you.
Maraming
So proud of you.
salamat.
Maraming
EJ
salamat.
Obiena, now an ambassador of Lourdes Hospital, a star athlete, and a pride of Filipinos.
Thank you so much.
Maraming salamat, EJ Obiena.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you for your time. So
Again, this is Kinito Henson with Diane Castillejo saying, always play it right, and EJ Obiena, he always plays it right. Maraming salamat.
hanggang sa susunod.
Thank you.